Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this video, like just about every other video this month, is one that I actually had zero plans on making. Because, I mean, since this is the 30th anniversary and Jurassic June is nearing its end, I wanted to get as much videos out before the end of the month as I can. And to do that, we're going to unbox a video. We're going to unbox a figure that I actually didn't really plan on unboxing ever for some reason. I just didn't really have that much ambition to buy it. And that is this, the Hammond Collection Lost World Geosternbergia. Now, for those of you who don't know, I can already tell there's a bunch of people wondering, why the heck did they make this into a figure? For those of you who don't know, in one of the Lost World's original scripts, there was going to be a lot of these flying around. And in fact, on Roland's dinosaur guide, it even has, I think you may even be able to see it briefly in the movie. You know that guide he's holding when he's like, the one with the big red hole in the pompadour, Elvis, yeah, that scene? Well, he flips a few pages on it. On one of those pages, you can see a picture of this dinosaur. And they even say on the back of the box here, while the Pteranodon, right here, while the Pteranodon may be the rulers of the skies, on Isla Sorna, the Geosternbergia makes a memorable pre-production appearance and displays an impressive wingspan with a longer neck, beak, and head crest. Yeah, this creature was planned on being in the original, one of the original cuts of the Lost World. In fact, there was an entire scene towards the end that was cut where a lot of these, I think it was these, or it could have been Pteranodons, or maybe it was both, I don't know, but there was a scene towards the worker village where the workers, after the Rexes destroy the camp, they were going to try and parasail down to the worker village to call for help. But in doing so, they alert a nearby group of Pteranodons, and they attack and kill them in a very vicious way, actually. In fact, this is where Ajay Sidhu, he was going to die in this version of the script. That's how he died in that version of the script. In the final cut of the movie, he does die. We don't see it, but it is heavily implied that the Velociraptors killed him at some point. Anyway, now that all that's out of the way, let's unbox this figure. Okay guys, I've got the figure out of the box, and I gotta say, it's definitely an interesting figure, I'll give it that. I have not owned any of the Hammond Collection pterosaurs before, so I don't really know that much about them, although I will say this one looks pretty good. There's loads of articulation on this figure, like, I actually don't even know where to start. Wait, huh? Okay, it looks like this one, if you look on the articulation in the neck, there's a few paint chips. And I did not do that, guys. I gotta like this. And there's more on the arms too. Look at that. So I did not do that. It's weird. Maybe that was just a error on Mattel's part. Yeah, I think it is, because there's more little, might be a little hard to tell, but there are these tiny blue specks of paint on the wing, on the right wing. Yeah, also, the sculpt on this figure, like most Hammond Collection figures, is absolutely insane. I mean, just look at the amount of detail they put on the wings, like all the different curves and the lines. And the arms, which look like bamboo for some reason. Look at that, they have a real bamboo texture to them. Also, I really like the paint job on this figure. I always felt like the Geosternbergia in Jurassic Park had a really cool paint job, because in all the concept art of the Lost World, this is usually the color scheme it has. And whenever it appears in a video game, this is usually the main color scheme for it. And yeah, like I said before I noticed all the paint errors, this figure is full of articulation. Look at this. You can move the tiny fingers here, and the wings themselves are wire articulated, which, if for those of you who don't know what that means, basically pterosaurs and in the Hammond Collection line, you can, because of the wires in their wings, You can really just fold them however you want and pose them however you want with very little limitation. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Also, look how much articulation is in the legs alone. That is crazy. Also, because I'm probably the only one in the entire Jurassic Park fanbase who cares at this point, but they did paint the finger claws and toe claws, and they did a pretty good job of it. So yeah, that's cool. Also, again, with these figures, the eyes are painted on pretty well. The beak is on this one at least, is kind of stiff and a little hard to open, but that's probably just mine. Okay, he can look like an owl too. He can turn his head 360 degrees. That being said, though, this figure, it's not perfect. Not by a long shot. I know I just gave it all the praise in the world, but I don't think it's quite perfect. I do think that it relied a bit too much on, like, this weird muddy yellow color. Because, I mean, just look at the wings. That's not a very nice looking color. And when I said I thought the paint job was good, I meant the body itself, like the mix of the blue, the brown, and the yellow is done pretty well, but on the wings, it just looks a bit unappealing to me. Also, on the underside of the body, there is little to no paint at all. Just the beak and a tiny bit of the sides are painted. Yeah. Also, they did paint the inside of the mouth. They give it a tongue. Actually, now that I look at it up close, the tongue on this figure seems to be its own molded piece, kind of. It looks like they made it and then stuck it inside the beak. It's pretty cool. Also, I have to give it points for being the first Pteranodon figure Mattel's ever released that doesn't have teeth. Seriously, just about every Pteranodon, except maybe the minifigures Mattel has made, has teeth in it, and this is the only one I think they've done that doesn't have teeth in it. So yeah, Mattel, you're moving up. And I think that's about it. Hang on, I want to see if I can replicate that one Pteranodon's pose from the end of The Lost World. And that's probably what I'm gonna do for the thumbnail, actually. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you never miss any new videos. I'd like to thank you all for watching. And also, the last few videos on my channel have kind of blown up. So if you are one of those people who watched those videos and subscribed, thank you very much for subscribing, and I encourage you to stay because I make a lot of Jurassic Park and Doctor Who content. And I will see you guys in the next one. Hope this year's Jurassic June was a good one for you guys. Like I said in the beginning, I plan on releasing at least one more video after this to end off Jurassic June. And I will see you guys then. So long.